Today I'll be giving you 6 secret tips that'll help you dominate in Call of Duty Black Ops 6. So to start things off, we're going to be going over your settings as there's a lot of new setting features and we want to make sure we're aware of. Some can cause some sprint delays, sprint to fire delays, and we don't want that because that'll make you lose gunfights. Starting things off, you're going to head over to your movement tab and hover over where it says sprint assist. You'll hit the show more button and you'll see an option called sprint assist delay. This is super important and you want to make sure you have this all the way down to 0 as you want no assisted delay in your sprint to fire speed. That's going to make you lose a lot of fights. This will help make your response time much faster. In the next label tab, you'll see something called mantle assist. You're going to hit open more and you're going to make sure that crouch assist is also off. Then you're going to head over to the movement behaviors, which are on the same page. You want to make sure you have your sprint to dive behavior on tap to slide. This will help your slide canceling be much more fluid, responsive, and just smooth and just easy to use. And then you're going to hit the open more tab and you want to make sure that you have auto move forward off. This is extremely important with the new mechanical movement system in Call of Duty Black Ops 6 known as Omni movement. This is 360 dimensional movement where you can move backwards, sideways, dive backwards, shoot while diving backwards. And if you have auto move forward on, it's going to create a delay and cause some resistance to when you're trying to move backwards or to the side as your character is automatically moving forward. And that little delay, 1 millisecond delay response time can win or lose some important gunfights. So you want to make sure you have that off. Now we're going to head over to the graphics tab. You want to make sure that your FOV, which is short for field of view, up to 120, which is the max. This will help you have a wider screen, more visibility on the map, and be able to see those little cheeky corners that you normally wouldn't see if you're on 60 FOV, where these little quarter campers like to hide. You also want to make sure that you adjust your weapon field of view to wide. Again, this will make your weapon look smaller, allowing you to have more control over your weapon recoil. It won't look as loud on your screen, making it a little bit easier to control, and again, having more visibility and map awareness. And then you want to make sure that your ADS field of view is on independent. Again, these settings are super important because it's going to make recoil look less abundant on your screen, allowing you to have a little bit more ease with your gun skill. As for some additional graphic settings, listen, man, it's not 2006. We're not playing on the Nintendo 64. You need to have world motion blur and weapon motion blur off. You want to have those grainy pixel looking graphics off. That's going to ruin your map awareness and maybe not let you see things that you normally should be able to see on the map. As map clarity will play a huge advantage in those rough, dark spots that you won't be able to usually see people unless you have your graphics set to the right settings. As for the controller settings, listen, man, when we talk about sensitivity, it's all about comfort. I always say go with what you're most comfortable with. I've recently raised my sensitivity, but you do not want to play on the same thing that I play on, so I feel like it's not necessary to say. However, there is some important factors to go over. If you struggle with long distance gunfights or if you struggle with recoil control, then I highly recommend that you lower your sensitivity and your ADS sensitivity as well on your weapon. Make it lower, it makes it easier to control, and work on aiming, and until you feel more comfortable with those long range gunfights and you feel like if you have more stability on your weapon, then you can gradually start to increase your sensitivity. A great starting point is a 5.5 to 6.6 for a lot of beginners. Now we're gonna go over controller dead zones, and there's 2 specific things that you need to make sure are turned down. If you have stick drift, then you're gonna have to play with it to see which one adjusts so that your stick drift isn't moving crazy, but you wanna make sure that your left stick minimum and right stick minimum in your controller dead zone inputs are set to 1. And as for aim assist, I keep the traditional standard aim assist. Of course, the game is still brand new, so we're gonna explore some other ones, but you know, linear has always been a crazy option as well, but we're gonna go with the standard for now. One of the other Black Ops 6 secrets that they don't want you to know is the pay to win Mastercrafts. If you purchase the $100 bundle of Call of Duty Black Ops 6, then you already know that you get greeted with a bunch of cool Mastercrafts. But there's 3 in particular that will break the game and make you have some crazy stats early on. The reason for this is because you're gonna get a fully kitted loadout with attachments that you usually have to grind high levels to unlock right at the start. And you're gonna be going up against people who are using new weapons, trying to level them up, figuring out their loadouts, and trying to put all their pieces together. The 3 specific Mastercrafts that I'm referencing are 1, the Plague Doctor Mastercraft, which is for the MS-85, an AR with barely any recoil, heavy hitting damage, and is definitely in the meta conversation for Black Ops 6. Next up, we have the Scourge SMG Mastercraft for the Jackal PDW, and I don't think I need to say too much. If you watch any of the beta video, you already know that this SMG slaps with great mobility, little to no recoil, and high damage range. And the last one's gonna surprise you. This one's called the Unrepentant Mastercraft, and this is for the playstyle that's probably gonna piss you off, the Marine SP Shotgun. This thing is a one-shot hitter quitter. You just run up to people, one tap them, pop them. It's a pump shotgun, and with this fully kitted loadout, this thing is absolutely insane. So if you did purchase the bundle, use these Mastercrafts to your advantage to level up some of these weapons or to increase your stats. And another major tip for Call of Duty Black Ops 6 that you need to pay attention to is the brand new perk system that has been introduced. We have a color coordinated perk system. When you color coordinate your perks, you unlock a specialist perk. To further explain, in Call of Duty, you typically get 3 perk slots. If I use 3 green perk slots, I will unlock a specialist perk because I have 3 green perk slots. Perk 1 is green, perk 2 is green, perk 3 is green. Vice versa, if I had the same perk 1 through 3 as red, you will unlock a specialist perks, and these perks are actually insane. Each color has a different specialist bonus perk, and you want to make sure you're utilizing that perk system to maximize and completely kit out your loadout in Black Ops 6. Those are all the secret tips that I'm giving to you guys for Black Ops 6 so that you guys can dominate. Again, man, you want to make sure that your settings are on point. You want to make sure you're getting rid of all those delays. You want to make sure that your controller settings are on point. Your graphic settings are on point. You want to make sure that you're using your pay-to-win bundles if you purchase the Vault Edition early to help you get those stats up. And of course, you want to make sure that you're understanding the perk system to maximize your loadout. If you found this video helpful, make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe. I'm going to be dropping a whole bunch of Black Ops 6 content. And like always, and until then, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.